my name is Sumit, Shrestha, student of BBA Section B, and you are watching Shubhashree podcast, a podcast where Shubhashree students interact, talk, express their opinions, and have fun at the same time, gaining lots of knowledge on different topics. This podcast is specially designed for us for our grooming and learning public speaking, presenting our views and opinions in a right manner, quick thinking, and getting into the power of words, power of expressing, and boosting our confidence. We will be having 2 to 3 participants in one podcast. We will have different topics on different days, sometimes series of episodes, and likewise we will be coming to you with interesting, fun, and knowledgeable topics. So welcome to Shubhashree podcast. Today is the first episode of Shubhashree podcast, and I am really happy to be moderating it. Today we have 3 speakers on our very first episode of Shubhashree podcast. I would like to welcome you all. Let's have an introduction round and we will get to the topic directly. Friends, you may introduce yourselves.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is me, Sailesh Khadka, currently studying in Shubhashree College at BBA first sem, and my hobbies are writing poem, rapping, and other different hobbies. And I would like to pass this introduction round to Sayun.
Hello everyone, I'm Sayun Manandhar. I study in Shubhashree College at BBA Section B. I live in Kalimati, Kathmandu. My hobbies are singing, dancing, and etc. And I would like to introduce my another friend, Deep Karki.
So hello everyone, I am Deep Karki from Shubhashree College, first semester, 6th and BBA. And my hobbies are watching games, movies. I just love them.
Thank you all for your introduction. Today we are talking on the topic difference between a leader and boss, which is extremely important. Many of us are confused between a leader and a boss. We really don't know how to distinguish between them. So today I have my friends who are prepared to talk on this topic and give us an idea. So friends, what do you think is the first difference between a leader and a boss?
First difference between the leader and boss is boss always uses superiority and ranking for leading their staff or employees or anything, but the leader have cooperation and understanding with the employees and his junior to lead them and drive them towards success. And the main difference between the leader and boss is a kind of rigid, but a leader is flexible according to the circumstances of the employee or his junior. So basically, leader is more positive and more necessary for this modern era because the junior interest and want also differ the output of the work, and which ultimately help in success of the organization.
In my view, leader is someone who teaches you what and how to do. But boss is someone what tells you what to do.
So as I understand, boss, they take charge, they direct, and they tend to manipulate the employees. Whereas on the other hand, leader, they influence and motivate the employees.
I feel like boss is someone who...
Yes,
can I say something?
Yes, surely.
Boss is someone who is at a higher post than leader, I guess so.
Okay,
Like
so don't you
both-
think, Sayun, that boss is also a leader? How can you say that boss is in a higher post than a leader? Leader, everybody has a leadership skill. Don't you think that?
I don't think that, because when someone becomes a boss, their responsibility are very high. They cannot manage a whole amount of group, which will be very hard to manage everyone and lead everyone. So boss divides leader, I think.
Like in my opinion, someone having a leadership skill may not be boss, but boss is always a leader and he is in the position to lead their employees. So in my opinion, all the person having leadership quality may not be boss, but all the boss are the leader.
Well, a boss may not have some leadership skills too. Don't you think so?
Boss may not have leadership skill, but
I'm saying the same thing.
yeah, but he is in the position to lead order. So by lacking the leadership quality or not, but boss is in the position to lead other. So by lacking the leadership skill also he can lead his employee because he is in the superior rank than other employees.
I think that boss doesn't have that much time to lead everyone in the company. Wouldn't it be hard to the boss, the single one, the boss?
No, but it's the job of the boss to take everyone together, right? And so he must do that. So I
I
strongly
don't think
disagree
so.
on that. Yes.
I don't think so because boss doesn't only leads the group; it also manages the company. Which will be very hard. He has to
Yes,
determine
but
every
he
aspect of the company, and he has to lead the group,
yes, but he
a
need
big
to
group.
lead the group in the good way, right? So there must be a good boss, and if there is a good leader, then he must be a good boss. Like a boss, he just try to boss the thing. It's like he try to manipulate, and the leader he just inspire, he motivates, and he just try to make good things happen. So I guess leader are greater than the boss, maybe.
Like previously, my friend Karki said, a boss should always be a good one. Um, First of all, like we all have in our thinking that boss is rigid, but leader is a kind of flexible towards their employee. But in my opinion, sometimes boss is also right because when the employee are not coordinating or doing right thing in company and which have loss and which will affect the output of the company, sometimes boss having rigid manner will also lead them towards doing the positive things and the things that organization had previously planned. So sometimes boss is also right and sometimes leader is also right because sometimes boss may be rigid and the output may not come because every employee may be creative and the creative way can lead the organization to the success. Like I want to conclude that every aspect have its positive and negative side, and as well as the topic boss and leadership also has positive and negative aspect, and we need to see the positive and negative aspect according to the condition of the leadership.
So, guys, like I have one question. Do you think there can be one boss and one leader in a company?
Maybe like the boss may be the leader in the company, like the boss may also be leader by supporting, coordinating employee, but in an organization if the company is small then there is only one manager, and if the manager try to act as a boss then the leader may lack. But in big organization there may be both leader and boss because there are various department and various sub department, so maybe there may be boss and leader in the same office residing in the same room.
So I think there should not be. And I took a reference from a movie called The Wolf of Wall Street. And there the character, Leonardo, he is a good leader. He's not a great boss. He earns so much of profit because he's a good leader. He motivates and inspires everyone. He don't just come around and say just go, but he say let's go and let's do it together. So I think there should be a good leader on a organization rather than having a boss.
That was a very good example, Deep. But as much as I know, in the movie, the actor Leonardo DiCaprio is a boss as much as from my viewpoint, because he says his employees to sell a pen, right? Is that right?
That is just
He orders his employees to sell a pen. He does not lead, as much as I know. So what do you think about it?
No, that is just him keeping up his work and just giving the information. Just I think he's leading because he's just making his employees able to face the problems. I don't think he's bossing up. I just think he's leading. He's just making his employees better. I guess so.
Like in a private office where there are the boss thinks that paying 5,000 rupees to the employee may bring and must bring profit of 5 lakhs to them by giving the employee 5,000, and the output of the 5,000 must be 5 lakh. But in the example of leader, he also think about his family expenses, the day-to-day increment of the price of the commodities that we use. Leader also help to determine the condition and to examine and provide the benefits to the employee according to their condition. So, in the term, boss always think as if I, but leader also thinks about we. And the boss, and the difference between the boss and leader output is that boss output may come very fast, but leaders output may come slow, but it will be continuous, and it will be more future oriented, because boss gives negative pressure to the employee, which may bring output in 1 or 2 months. But when the leader cooperate and learns about the situation of the employee and act accordingly, then the output may come little slower than the boss, but the output will be futuristic, and the company will be in the perpetual existence, in my opinion.
Sailesh, I have a question for you. Like you said, the boss only thinks about himself and he thinks about only his. But don't you think if he only think about himself, how will the employee survive in the company? जब त्यो मान्छेले जब बसले हैन आफ्नो बारेमा मात्रै सोच्यो भने इम्प्लोयीहरुले चाहिँ कसरी अर्काको बारेमा कसरी आफ्नो कम्पनीमा काम गर्न सक्छ जब बस मात्रै अब हिरो बन्न खोज्यो भने
तिमीले गरेको क्वेशन मलाई मन पर्यो। जस्तै अब एउटा बसले चाहिँ कमसे कम रिसोर्सेस, कमसे कम तलबमा धेरै जसो इम्प्लोयीहरूलाई पेलाएर सबैभन्दा धेरै आउटपुट निकाल्न खोज्छ। तर त्यो बसको आउटपुट निकाल्ने क्रम चाहिँ धेरै बेर टिक्दैन, किनभने अब इम्प्लोयीहरूको पनि एउटा लिमिट हुन्छ जहाँ चाहिँ उनीहरूले बसलाई खप्न सक्छन्। लाइकवाइज अब नेगेटिभ एस्पेक्ट एकदमै पेलाइराख्यो भने ल मानौँ 1 महिनामा धेरै पेलायो भने आउटपुट अलिकति बढ्यो होला, तर अर्को महिना त्यो एकदमै इफिसियन्ट स्टाफहरू छोड्ने क्रम हुन्छ। उनीहरू अब नयाँ मान्छे आएपछि तिनीहरूको आउटपुट पनि थोरै हुन्छ, त्यही भएर अर्गनाइजेसनको आउटपुट चाहिँ धेरै त्यस्तो लङ टर्म टिक्दैन। र लिडरसिपको कुरा गर्दाखेरि उसले चाहिँ पारिवारिक हिसाबमा उसको अब रहन सहन, उसको इकोनोमिक एस्पेक्टहरू सबै हेरेर त्यही अनुसार उसलाई स्यालेरी दिन्छ। मानौँ फर्स्ट महिनामा उसको आउटपुट कम निक्लेर, तर त्यो आउटपुट चाहिँ पछि बढ्दै गएर त्यो चाहिँ लङ लास्टिङ हुन्छ, अनि त्यो अर्गनाइजेसनको लागि चाहिँ पछि गएर चाहिँ एकदम हेल्पफुल हुन्छ। त्यही भएर बसले चाहिँ इमिडिएट इफेक्टको बारेमा सोच्छ, तर लिडरहरूले चाहिँ पछाडिको इफेक्टको बारेमा सोच्छ। त्यही भएर लिडरसिप राम्रो भएको अर्गनाइजेसन चाहिँ धेरै टिक्ने रिजल्ट आउँछ।
So Sayun, I have a question for you. If you are given a chance, then in an organization, then what you will be, rather a boss or a leader? What will you prefer?
I would like to be a boss because boss is someone who has many problems, and I want to deal that problem. He's like he leads the group, like जस्तै अब एउटा त्यो भेडाहरूको ग्रुपमा एउटा कुकुरले त्यो लिड गरेर हुन्छ नि, त्यस्तो गर्न मन छ कि त्यसैले। अनि त्यसमा टेन्सन बढी भए पनि तर त्यसले गर्दा कम्पनी पनि बढी बढ्न सक्छ नि त। अनि आई वान्ट टु लीड अ कम्पनी। Leaders lead. Leaders will lead, but they will not have the right amount of share. The boss will have the most amount of share.
अर्को एउटा क्वेसन थपौँ म। जस्तै सयुनले भन्यो भेडाको ग्रुपमा म लिड गर्न चाहन्छु, तर त्यो भेडा नभएर त्यो ग्रुपमा चाहिँ तिमी भन्दा बढी आउटपुटवाला सिंह निस्क्यो भने चाहिँ के गर्छौ? लाइक उनीहरूसँग आउटपुट निस्किन्छ,
त्यसलाई म लिडर बनाउँछु, कुनै त्यही भेडाको ग्रुपको लिडर बनाउँछु नि त, अनि मेरो अन्डर काम गर्छ नि त। Boss is the one who leads. Boss भनेको boss हो के।
जस्तै तिमीले कुरा गर्यौ लिडरसिप अलिकति मलाई मन पर्दैन तर तिम्रो बसको कारणले त्यो लिडरसिप गर्ने एबिलिटीवाला मान्छेकै लिडरसिपमा खतरा आयो अब तिमीले एकदमै रिजिड भएर उसले कामै गर्न सकेन भने त त्यो उसँग लिडरसिप स्किल भएको कामै लागेन नि अब तिम्रो बसको कारणले त्यो अर्गनाइजेसनको आउटपुट घट्न सक्छ नि यसमा के भन्छ
मेरो विचारमा चाहिँ बससँग नि लिडरसिप त हुनुपर्छ है लिडरसिप इफ समवन हेज मोर देन मी हैन मोर देन मी मसँग भन्दा बढी लिडरसिप स्किल छ भने म त्यसलाई मेरो अन्डरमा काम गराउँछु अनि त्यसलाई मेन फोकस चाहिँ त्यसको लिडरसिप स्किल्स युज गर्नेमा लगाउँछु
सो यदि तिमीले त्यस्तो गर्यौ भने
लिडरसिप स्किल्स टु हिम
एन्ड यदि तिमीले त्यस्तो गर्यौ भनेदेखि तिमी बस हुन्छौ कि लिडर हुन्छौ किनकि अब बसको काम त बसिङ अप हो नि त अब ए ल म छु टाइपको छ नि त अब तिमीले यदि त्यसरी नै गर्यौ भने त त्यसरी यदि चिजहरू गरिरहेको छ भने वन्ट यु बी अ लिडर
I want to be a boss then leader because तिमीले जस्तै अब शैलेशले भने हैन मलाई त मेरो म भन्दा अब लिडरसिप स्किल बढी भएको एकजना कोही छ रे म उसलाई मेरो अन्डरमा काम गराएर अनि उसले गर्दा कम्पनीलाई राम्रो हुन्छ जुनले गर्दा मलाई राम्रो हुन्छ
सो यु always want to be in the superior position right
yes that's the fact त्यही मैले भन्न खोजिरहेको
and so त्यसले तिमी केमा चाहिँ धेरै फोकस गर्छौ त individual goals कि organizational goals because I think boss he just focus on individual goals rather than the organizational goals maybe I think
organization goal because I own the company and organization benefit मा गयो भने मनी बेनिफिट मा गइहाल्छ हैन र त्यो त लिडरले सोच्ने हो नि त्यो त
तर तिमीले अर्गनाइजेसन अब गोलहरुको बारेमा सोच्यौ लिडरशिपहरुको बारेमा सोच्यौ त्यसभए तिमी चाहिँ बस भयो बस अलवेज थिंक अबाउट individual he always think about I if he think about
okay guys let me take a minute okay leadership is not about the post okay leadership भनेको अब हामीले जसरी अब लाइक बसलाई चाहिँ एउटा पोस्ट दिएर अनि लिडरशिपलाई चाहिँ स्मल पोस्ट दियो नि जुन हामीले त्यो डिभिजन गर्दैम नि दैट इज नट इट लिडरशिप लिडरशिप भनेको चाहिँ टु लीड हो नि त बस डज ह्याभ अ लिडरशिप क्वालिटी इन माई ओपिनियन बस डज ह्याभ अ लिडरशिप क्वालिटी बट not every leaders have a bossy quality okay so leadership is not about doing a job it's not only about doing a job it's about leading a team अब लाइक एउटा वुल्फको पुरै घेरामा एउटा लिडर हुन्छ नै के बुझ्यो त्यस्तो हो के लिडर भनेको अब त्यो लिडर चाहिँ बस पनि हो नि त हैन बसमा पनि लिडरशिप त हुन्छ तर बसले चाहिँ सबैलाई एउटा वेमा राख्नै पर्ने हुन्छ बसको काम भनेकै त्यही हो हैन तर बस इन्डिभिजुअल र अर्गनाइजेसनल दुईटैलाई सायद बसले फोकस पनि गर्छ है लिडरशिपले चाहिँ के गर्छ भन्दा लिडरशिपले चाहिँ सबैलाई मोटिभेट गर्छ के बसले चाहिँ गर्दैन के बसले चाहिँ इन्डिभिजुअलिटीलाई काम दिन्छ सायद हैन काम दिन्छ काम गराउँछ तर उसले के दिदैन भने मोटिभेसन दिदैन उसलाई अलिकति फ्रीडम दिदैन लिडरले के गर्छ भन्दा हल्का फ्रीडम दिन्छ मोटिभेट गराउँछ सो दैट इज व्हाट आई लर्न है अनि तिमीहरुलाई अरु केही पोइन्ट छ भने यु क्यान जस्ट शेयर इट है
So what should we be a better boss or a better leader because I don't think we can be both
why can't we be both
so like okay then why can we be both so कसरी हुन सक्छ नि त दुईटै प्लिज इनलाइटन मी
तिमीले भर्खर सोध्यौ नि त हामी किन हुन सक्दैन भनेर अनि त्यसको एन्सर भन न
लाइक के
हुन सक्दिनौँ नि अब बस भनेको जस्तै अब एउटा सर्टेन इमेज हुन्छ नि त हामीमा अब लिडर भनेको ट्याक्क गएको छ अब स्पिचहरू दिइरहेछ होइन सबैलाई इन्सपायर गरिरहेछ मोटिभेट गरिरहेछ बस छ जस्ट बस भन्ने बित्तिकै एउटा वर्ड आउँछ कि बसिङ अप होइन यसले चाहिँ पुरै दबदबा बनाएर राखेको छ टाइपको आउँछ नि अब मेरो ओपिनियनमा चाहिँ है अब त्यही भएर आई डोन्ट थिङ्क बस र लिडर दुइटै सेम आई डोन्ट थिङ्क सो
चाहिने बेला दबदबा गर्ने जुन बेला चाहिँ कामको प्रेसर मान्छेहरूले नटेरेको बेला दबदबा गर्ने तर जुन बेला चाहिँ राम्रो स्टाफहरू हुँदाखेरि त्यो बेला लिडरसिप क्वालिटी एउटै मान्छेले पर्फर्म गर्न सक्छ नि त्यसैले बस पनि कुनै बेला लिडर हुनसक्छ र लिडर पनि कुनै बेला बस हुनसक्छ लाइक कन्डिसन अनुसार त्यो मान्छेको चाहिँ म्यानर र एटिट्युड टुवार्ड द इम्प्लोइहरू चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ नट लाइक वाइज जहिले पनि म बसकै प्रिन्सिपलमा बस्छु म जहिले लिडरकै प्रिन्सिपलमा बस्छु भन्नुको सट्टा बरु कन्डिसन अनुसार चाहिँ ऊ आफूलाई एकोमोडेट गरेर आफूलाई फ्लेक्सिबल बनायो भने चाहिँ बस पनि लिडर हुनसक्छ भन्ने मेरो विश्वास छ
अब लिडर चाहिँ होइन जहिले लाइक बसकै अन्डरमा काम गर्छ नि त होइन अनि उसलाई अब आफ्नो ऊ के कुरामा डर हुन्छ त जब ऊ बसकै अन्डरमा काम गर्छ
कम्पनीको सिइओ भनेको हाइएस्ट एक्जिक्युटिभ पोजिसनमा हुन्छ अनि त्यो मान्छे पनि लिडर हुनसक्छ नि त लाइक जहिले पनि बसै सबैभन्दा ठुलो हुनसक्छ भनेर भन्नु मिल्दैन किनभने लिडरसिपवाला मान्छे जो चाहिँ लिडरसिपमा चाहिँ फोकस गर्छ बिलिभ गर्छ त्यो मान्छे पनि बस हुनसक्छ नि त्यसैले लाइक अब बस सबैभन्दा सुपेरियर भन्दा नि कहिलेकाहीँ लिडर पनि हाइएस्ट पोस्टमा हुनसक्छ भन्ने चाहिँ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ है
त्यही पनि मान्छेले नभए त्यही पनि अर्गनाइजेसनमा त मान्छेकै खुट्टा तान्छ नि त किन त्यसो भयो सबैजना लिडरसिप स्किल छ अरे सबैजना के अरे सबैजना ग्रुपमा हिँड्ने भयो त सबैजनाको लिडरसिप स्किल छ भए सबैले किन एकअर्काको खुट्टा तान्छ त अनि किन अगाडि बढ्नु खोज्छ त एक्लै इन्डिभिजुअल बढी स्यालेरी कमाउनु
लाइक कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि आफ्नो बेनिफिटको बारेमा पनि मान्छेहरूले सोध्छन् तर लिडर भने चाहिँ त्यो हो जसले चाहिँ आफ्नो बारेमा मात्र सोच्दैन अनि अरूको बारेमा पनि सोच्छ अनि त्यसैले जसले चाहिँ अरूको खुट्टा तान्न खोज्छ जसले चाहिँ आफ्नो मात्र बेनिफिट होस् भन्ने सोच्छ त्यो अटोमेटिकली लिडर भएन नि लिडर भने सेल्फलेसली अरूको लागि केयर गर्ने अर्काको बारेमा सोच्ने त्यही मान्छे लिडर भयो तर त्यो लिडर जसले चाहिँ आफ्नो बारेमा सोच्छ त्यो त आफ्नो लागि सेल्फिस मान्छे भयो नि त नट लाइक अ लिडर इज हु लिड टुवार्ड सक्सेस अब आफ्नै सक्सेसको लागि लिड गर्यो भने त ऊ त आफ्नो लागि नै गर्ने भयो नि त अब लिडिङ गरेन नि त लिडरले अरूलाई लिड गर्दै आफू पनि सक्सेसफुल हुँदै उनीहरूलाई पनि सक्सेसको बाटोमा लिएर जानेलाई लिडर भन्छ त्यही भएर अर्गनाइजेसनमा त्यस्तो मान्छेहरू पनि हुन्छ तर उनीहरूलाई हामीले लिडर कन्सिडर गर्न सकिँदैन
लिडरसिपले चाहिँ युनिटी भयो बस क्वालिटीले चाहिँ युनिटी भएन Okay guys, thank you so much for your opinions. Thank you friends for your participation. It was an amazing session with you all. Hope you guys had a great time too. We really had a good discussion on the topic. We will come with another podcast on next Sunday with another interesting topic. Till then guys, please follow us on every social media of Shubhashree. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn. Catch you all on next Sunday. Stay safe everyone.